are not the type to give me man bun. Jano. 1 man for 5 years, so it excite me if get a touch brand new.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to This Is. By the way, I have no rights to these songs that are about to play. I'm on YouTube playing these tracks, okay? No rights. But what's up, guys, and welcome back to This Is Lexie, a self-made cutie. And this show, yes, I'm gonna call it show. This video, my bad. This video is gonna be called Enemy, Friend Turn Enemy. And this is basically about friends and like what you should look out for and like what you should do when you're in certain situations. I'm gonna share a story, and the story is really close to me, but it really opened my eyes and showed me a lot of what can happen in the world if you're not really careful about who you keep around you and who you put in your surroundings. And yeah, so I'm buttoning a spliff, so you may question me after, but leave your comments in the comments and I'll try to answer them, you know, if you have any questions. But yeah, so back in 2019, I was freshman in college. I was working hard, still working, still making my money, going to school, and I was still clicking with friends that were still in school or didn't graduate or trying to graduate or whatever, but I graduated, so that all that mattered. That was what all that mattered, right? So basically I was chilling with this girl named Lena, and some of you guys may know her. And me and Nina were Bati and Bench. When I mean Bati and Bench, we were close. We were always together. If you seen her, you seen me. If you seen me, you seen her. If you, like, we were always together, always doing roads, always hanging out, always having fun, always turning up, always living life, doing things, doing us. I never knew Lena envied me. And yes,
I've had a lot of people try to tear me down, but I'm here.
I'm using the name that your mom calls you, because if people know you, then they'll know it's about you. But I want to drop your name, but like, I won't. Anyways, I don't know who that is. So basically, me and Lena grew up in the West End. Well, I moved here, and we met in grade 2 summer. I don't know how old you are when you're in grade 2 summer, but grade 2 summer. And I'm 2 years older than her. 2 years older than her. But we were still close. We never liked each other at first, but by the end of summer, we clicked, right? We went to this baseball camp. But fast forward now, 2019, I believe it happened, because my memory hasn't fully come back to the best, but it's back. And yeah, so 2019, it was her birthday, and this next girl, we're gonna call her Purple. So it was Lena and Purple's birthday. Lena wanted to turn up because she already had a party the weekend before. So she was like, okay, let's do an after party. Her second man got her an Airbnb, and he's like, yo, invite your friends and da 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 da, right? So that weekend I was like, nah, I wasn't really feeling well. I didn't really want to go anywhere. My mom just went to the States. I was like, nah, I'm going to stay home. My mom told me to stay home anyways. I was like, all right, this is the first time I'm going to actually listen to her. So she calls me and basically convinces me to come to the party. And I'm like, all right, I'll go. So I'm getting dressed now. I reach at her place and she is not ready yet. She's rolling a spliff. So I go to the bathroom and look at myself, see if I'm looking good. I don't look not good today, but you get the gist. When I look good, I look good. But she wasn't ready, so I was looking at myself. I went back to her and I was like, yo, where'd you get the loud from? Because she told me on the phone not to bring any loud. I was like, okay, you got us. So she's like, oh, I got it from her first boyfriend. Not her second boyfriend, her first boyfriend. I should drop their names because I don't fuck with niggas. So her first boyfriend was Jamal. And her second boyfriend was FK. But we're not going to get into that. So basically, her first boyfriend gave her loud. So I was like, okay, bless, everything's neat. And her second man would give us licks. And I was like, okay, that's blessed. And they're sending us a lift to pick us up. A taxi lift. I can't remember which one it was. But they were picking us up, getting us a ride there and back to go home. So I don't have no rights to these songs that are playing. Yada, yada, yada. YouTube don't come for me. But yeah, so we go to the Airbnb and we get there and everything's a vibe. We're drinking and turning up. Well, we're not drinking. I'm not drinking. I only have like one shot of girls' night out and I was like, yeah, I'm done. And then I was mostly just smoking. But I didn't start smoking until like after the cousin, the boyfriend number 2's cousin, asked me if I wanted to smoke. So I didn't start smoking until like 2 hours in. So we go out to smoke. I asked, yo, where's the loud? She tells me it's in her purse. Mind you, I didn't know it was laced. We're gonna get to that. So I went into her bag and took out the loud and went outside to meet the cousin, and we were smoking and he was smoking. So he gave me his spliff and I'm bumming in that and everything's okay. Then I'm smoking her spliff and then I start to feel sick. I look to my left, and I see a whole bunch of guys on the other side of the fence. There were like 10 mans deep on the other side of the fence, fam. 10 mans deep. And I was like, yo, you know who that is? And they're like, no. But I remind you, I have 20/20 vision. So when I'm looking, I'm seeing like people I see when I'm with her. Like people who we meet when we're on roads. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in my head, I'm like, nah, something's not right. You're saying you don't know who it is and whatever. So he goes inside before me and says whatever to them. And I go in behind him. Mind you, I still have the spliff in my hand because I'm not clicking that. It's the spliff not making me feel well, right? It made me feel worse than how I already felt. So I go inside and I'm like, yo, who are those mans outside? And they go, oh, they don't know, da da da. And then they go see, there's no mans. And I'm like, what? Am I tripping or tripping? But I'm like, nah, I'm not tripping. I seen what I seen. So fast forward now. I'm like, nah, I'm going to message my bro. And I'm like, I can't remember if I actually sent him a message, but I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to tell them I'm going to cut. I'm going to tell them that you need me at home and I need to cut. So I tell her that, and I'm about to cut. I'm like, nah, I can't even walk home because I'm not feeling good. Like, I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting shortness of breath. Like, my heart is racing. And I'm getting hot. I'm getting really hot. Hot on fire. On fire. So I call my taxi and my taxi takes about 15 to 20 minutes to come, and I'm still in that Airbnb going crazy. I'm like, no way. In my head, I'm like, no way this girl just tried to do me something. Because I heard from a friend, I'm not going to call her name, that she was lacing people at her party, right? There was beer lacing at her party, and a kid died from that party. And then...
What did he say?
I was like, what? Nah, you're crazy. I was like to my friend, nah, that can't be gone in. I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, people are saying like, because she was telling people, Lena was telling people that she was lacing people at the party and da 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 da. So I'm like, that's why I was like easing off of her. I was like, okay, I'm not trying to really fuck with this girl. This is what's really going on now. Because like before she took me on roads to do a stain with my car and didn't use her man's car and didn't tell me about it. Yo, that's a next story time. Oh! I'm exposing. Anyways, you're not safe with me. Anything you did, now I'm exposing to everybody's gonna know your business. Just like how everyone in the hood wanted to come for me for certain things, they're gonna come for you for certain things. I'm gonna start dropping, saying this, saying that, saying this, that. But you can't come for me, cause my head's not right. My head's not right. It's right. It's a long story. It's a long story, cause that's the next story time. So many stories. But yeah, so
Oh my god!
I was going crazy in the house, and then my taxi finally came, and by the time I reached home, that's where everything went left. That's when everything went left. Like, as soon as I got home, I couldn't talk. I started kicking people out of my house. I was like, get out, get out, get out. Like, that's the only thing I remember saying properly. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. And everybody cut. All my friends, bros cut. My bro's friends cut. And then after, one stayed behind because he's a close family friend. And I was talking with my bro. I was like, yo, fam, something happened. I called my friend. I was like, yo, something happened. She swung by my house. And I'm like, yo, at first I was telling her, I was in my room and I was recording myself because I wanted to get a video of what was happening to me. And I was explaining it to her. I was like, yo, I think I just got set up. I think I just got laced. And I don't know. Something's wrong, Afro. Something's wrong. That's all I kept remembering. I'm telling her, something's wrong. And then she turned off the camera. And I didn't realize it. And I got mad at her because I was like, yo, did you turn off the camera? And then she's like, yeah, because I didn't think you want people to know. I was like, nah, you should have left it. And I just lost it on her. Because I was like, nah, this is serious. Why would you turn off the camera? If I'm telling you something's wrong, and you're telling me I'm trying to record myself so I can get it on, so I have evidence, and you're telling me, nah. I was just like, nah. So I went off on her. So then my mom, I didn't know my mom was on her way back from the States when this was going on. So my bro called his friend, and his friend called his mom, and she came and she's like, Alexia, what's wrong? What's going on? And I'm trying to get the words out of my mouth, and the words are not coming out of my mouth, and I'm just mumbling on my words. Jamaicans call it speaking in tongues or something like that. That's what they said was happening to me. I was speaking in tongues. And I don't know in what culture you guys called it, but they were saying I was speaking in tongues. And it wasn't just coming out. So my mom finally reached, and everyone's asking me what's going on, and I'm trying to tell them I'm trying to explain, and nothing's coming out. So I was getting mad because I couldn't talk to explain, and I was like, call Afro. But I was like, kept telling them, and then they called my friend, and she's like, oh, she was telling me that she got laced. She was explaining it for me. And I was like, thank you. But by this time, the ambulance already took me to the hospital. When I reached, oh my gosh, that's the next story time. But when I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me, they already called the police and the ambulance for me because I was ready to fuck shit up. Like, I kept leaving my house to go find where she was at. Like, I wanted to fuck her up. Like, I had shit on me. Like, I was ready. I was ready to go to jail. I was ready to do anything and everything because I was like, you're gonna lace me for what? Because of what? First of all, you have no reason for lacing me because anything you ever needed, I helped you with. When you needed someone to pick up your sister from school, I helped you with. When you needed someone to bring your sister lunch, I helped you with. When you needed love, I helped you with. When you're going through your stress problems, tearing out your hair out of your fucking head, I helped you with it. So baby girl, you had no reason to come for me. When you caught gonorrhea in your blood clot, I helped you with it. So you had no reason to do what you did. Then I come
What did he say?
to find out while I'm in the hospital that boyfriend number 2 had the audacity to say, yo, I was the one who did it to her. I know he's taking up for her because of whatever they go through, but you know me before you know her. So that's not really clicking it to me. And anything you had questions about what she was doing with boyfriend with number 1, you knew I had answers for you because you knew I was your dog and I was really fucking with boyfriend number 1. So therefore, you had no reason to do what you did to me because bitches were just haters. Like, the funny thing is, nothing really kicked off until I was playing a pressa track. I don't even remember what track I was playing, but I was playing a pressa track and he goes, I don't fuck with pressa, he's a op, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, it's just a track. And then after she goes, well, she fucks with pressa. Pressa even posted her and I knew he felt it to heart. But I was like, yo, you can't be mad over that, my nigga. The man doesn't even know me. He doesn't even know me. The fuck? So, yeah. It took me, I would say, I was in the hospital I was in and out of the hospital. Because I would do good and then something would piss me off in the house and then I would just snap and just get angry at everything again, and then they'd have to call the police because it would take, my mom couldn't get me to calm down, my brother couldn't get me to calm down, my cousins couldn't get me to calm down, and no one could get me to calm down. So I was just getting pissed off at everything and everyone, especially myself, because I let that happen to myself. I wasn't reading the signs. The one person I let slide, the one person I'm usually good with people. I know when to be like, okay, this friendship is not gonna work out. Okay, crop it out. You need to be on your ones. Okay, this friendship is not, I know, because like girls are so fucking mixed up. That's why I don't hang with bitches. I fuck with a couple. But other than that, I don't hang with bitches. But yeah, so I was in and out of the hospital and it was really hard for me. I got into a really dark place. I shut everyone out and I was just me by myself for a while, for 2 years. For 2 years, I shut everybody out and I was just making TikToks, and I wanted to so bad to post myself crying and like going through my journey and everything, but everything in me was like, no, don't, because like everyone's just gonna laugh at you and no one's gonna actually fuck with you, and like they're not gonna believe you, or they're not gonna really understand what you went through. Cause like even in my hood, like when they heard what happened Lexie was gone in, I heard that man's went down to boyfriend number 2's where he chills at and was like, wagwan. And I believe, I don't know what happened, but like they were just asking questions and he said, nah, nothing like that happened or whatever. Boyfriend number 2 is just lying because he Never expect mans. I don't even know who those mans were, but yeah. So I believe they did, like, they wanted to get me for what? I don't know. But all I can think about is that they were just hating because I would always speak the truth. If you ask me a question, I'll give you an honest answer, whether you like it or not. If it hurts your feelings, oh fuck. Oh well. You asked me, I answered. But I was in a dark place, and 2 years by myself, I really learned to love myself and like love who I am and what I do. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to like grow with it. I think I can do something great with it because I have so many stories to share. Some good, some bad. You know, just life, me going through life. And this story was like a really important story to me because she was my close friend. I consider that girl like a little sister to me, you know? I would have never really expected to do it. So everyone's asking me like, yo, when you pressing charges? Like, when you gonna fight her? When you gonna do something? I'm like, yo, if I fight her, I'm fucking killing her. There's no, I'm fighting her and she's gonna survive. Like, I'm going to fuck her up. That's where I'm at in my life. That's where I'm at. Because there's no way you're gonna do something to me and think it's okay and wanna ka he fa fa in my face. The fuck? No. I refuse. I refuse it. Period. But yeah, that's not... Friendships are hard. Like, I don't know. One thing about me, I don't see myself being friends with that girl again. Because there's so many things I know about her. And I've been trying to pull away from her. It just took something to happen to me to realize that, like, I really needed to get away from her. You know? God always says, like, when one door closes, another one opens, or nothing happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. You know? So this wasn't to crush me, fumble me. I'm still here. Sorry about that, guys. As I was saying, I'm still here. He still has a plan for me. What that plan is, I don't know. Only he can tell me. Only he will know. So, yeah, I'm living my life, doing the best of me. And I will certainly, guys, keep you updated what happens to that little girl. Because it's not over yet. It's not. I'm either going to catch you on road, and in my head, I'm going to know if I'm going to want to fuck you up or if I'm going to want to press charges. Which one? Because my mom stands with me. My mom stands with me. So I know if I fuck you up and I go to the bin, I'm getting bail. But yeah, that was the story, guys. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the catch up with Lexie. Like, it wasn't really a catch up, but I should do that next. But nah. We're gonna just hop into the stories now with friends and life, boyfriends, a lot of stuff. Any story I can tell you guys, any story I can remember, you know. And I'm back, guys. Sorry, I just had a couple of things to say, but yeah, so friendships are hard. Like, you're never gonna know who you're gonna be able to trust and who you're gonna be able to be vulnerable around and really be yourself and like let your guard down and know, like, you know, I don't envy you, you don't envy me, and you're a real one, I'm a real one, you know, that type of friendship. And that you guys have each other's backs and you guys help each other build up and work towards your goals and just be there for each other when needed, you know. So in my case, she envied me. At least I'm gonna say she envied me. So just for me, I just had to learn from my mistake and pick friends, better friends. I'm gonna have more friend topics this one's just the first one I'm gonna come out with, because I think it's really important that young girls like me going through friendship things understand that like friendship takes a lot of work. And I feel like she felt like I was pulling away from her, so like she needed to do something about it. But like shit, like facing me, baby girl, that wasn't the way to go. Cause now you might have to suffer consequences, and I don't want to be the one to do it. But like at the end of the day, I need to do something. Cause yeah. Anyways, no. What else should I say? I know I'm in a different outfit. I'm sorry I'm like taking so long to make this video, but like I want to make sure I have everything and like it's well processed and I got my point across. Yeah. Because you never know who could be watching this. You know, a young girl in need, young girl going through the same thing, not sure which friends to choose. But yeah, I think what I learned from that is that even when you think they're your friend, they're never really your friend. Especially when you guys do shit for each other. Well, she never did anything for me. Like, she did my hair. Yeah, well, yeah. Okay. She did things. But, like, especially when you do shit for each other, like, you can't. Maybe your points are not coming across or something. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. But, yeah. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah. If you talk to her, watch your back. Because you might be next. She's a hater. Because my life was really going for me. Like, my life was really going for me. Like, that's what I'm, like, so mad about. Like, I was in school. Like, I was getting good grades. Like, I was, like, so, like, I had my car. Like, I was ready to move out. Like, and, like, all my hard work just went, like, down the drain. Like, I can't, like, I feel like I can't move forward until something is done. Until I get my payback. Until I get my lick back. Like, you know, and it has to be as big as how I felt it. Like, your whole world needs to be crushing down on you. Like, everything, left, right, and center, up, down, west, north, everything needs to be falling apart for you. And then I'll be like, okay. Nah, then I won't even be like, okay, you had enough. Then I'll be like, okay, add more. Add more. Add more. Add more. That's where I'm at. Because, like, I have to live with this. I have to. I'll go into details about that later. But, like, that's a long story, too. Because I found out some other things, and then that just was like, yeah, that made sense. But, yeah. Like, comment, share.
For all the women here, stop feeling like you shouldn't speak your mind because somebody's gonna call you a bitch. Speak your motherfucking mind. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even at your, not in a disrespectful way. That's one thing I had to learn, like, how to say things in a different way. You know, because they'll use that against you. Oh, see how she said this? And they'll discredit what you are saying.